Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, trend update, Paris Middle East Peace Conference. It's January 15, 2017, and this event has concluded. Again, scripture references out of Zechariah 12, verse 3. It will come about in that day that I will make Jerusalem a heavy stone for all peoples. All who lift it will be severely injured, and all the nations of the earth will be gathered against it. So, Dateline Paris, France, and today the French hosted a Middle East peace conference with the expressed goal of a two-state solution. Now, leaked information prior to the conference indicated the conference is looking to divide the land of Israel for a Palestinian state with Jerusalem as its capital. The city of Jerusalem would be divided. The division of Jerusalem also includes the real estate of the Temple Mount, allegedly. The region of the Golan Heights would be handed over to Syria as a part of the deal. Now that's the intent. Now, nothing's happened as of this conference. 70 nations gathered in Paris for the event. Representatives from Israel and future Palestine are not participating in the discussions and process. French Foreign Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault stated the French have, quote, no intention other than promoting peace. Now, the backdrop of all of this is the pending inauguration of Donald Trump as President of the United States on Friday, January 20, 2017. And this conference is intended to send a strong message to President Trump. World leaders are very uncomfortable with the proposed move of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, and many have stated a potential move would only complicate matters and increase the risk for further violence. A potential embassy move would interrupt and discourage an opportunity for peace in the Middle East, per critics of Trump. And this topic appears to be the focus of today's meeting. The drumbeat coming out of today's conference is the potential U.S. Embassy move to Jerusalem as a threat to peace. Well, it is a threat to peace, as everybody's saying that coming out of the conference. And here's a couple of examples. Current Secretary of State John Kerry, quote, an explosion, an absolute explosion in the region, not just in the West Bank and perhaps even Israel itself, but throughout the region, close quote. This is from the Palestinian Authority's Supreme Sharia Judge Mahmoud al-Habash, stated an embassy move to Jerusalem would be, quote, a declaration of war. Who are they going to declare war on anyway? The Palestinians are asking the Russians and Vladimir Putin to help stop a potential U.S. embassy move as well. And the French are threatening President-elect Trump with serious consequences with the move to Jerusalem, and these actions would be deemed a, quote, provocation. And that's from the French. Most of that's from Breitbart and just following the news flow as this was taking place on Google. So, if you Google Paris Middle East Peace Conference, there's all kinds of stuff with all kinds of opinions, news, etc. And if you're interested, there is a link provided from haaretz.com that has the actual official closing statement, and a link for that is provided as well. Now, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called the meeting, quote, useless, and, quote, futile, and, quote, rigged. And then he also made this quote, tomorrow's world will be different, and it is very near. Now, Scripture says the land will ultimately be divided, and frankly, this process has already begun with the Gaza Strip when it was given to the Palestinians in 2006. And we were told peace will come in exchange for land. Joel 3, verse 2, part B, Israel, and they divided up my land. That's God talking, so as far as he's concerned, it's going to happen. And so here's where things get real interesting, and just a little food for speculative thought. Don't know, but think about it. Was the Antichrist in the shadows in Paris? Are we that close? The geopolitical events could get very biblically real in a hurry. And we need to get concerned when humanity is talking peace and security. And we get this from 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 3. While they are saying, quote, peace and safety, then destruction will come upon them suddenly like labor pains upon a woman with child. and they will not escape. And at this time, I would ask you, have you looked into the biography of Jesus? You may want to read it. If you're not familiar with him, I would recommend the book of John and 1 John. They're straightforward and easy to read, no tricks. And if you're interested in this topic, please feel free to check out paulthepoke.com, keyword, Paris, Middle East Peace Conference, Israel, Jerusalem, Palestinians, President-elect Trump, U.S. Embassy. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.